Hi everyone, you are watching footballmanagerguide.com and our YouTube channel. My name is Andrew. Thank you so much for joining us today. And today we're going to be doing something, I guess it's a little bit different. I haven't done it before at least. What we're going to be doing is a deep dive into the formation 4-4-2 and look at all the different default playing styles that SI gives us and do a review of each one to see which one of those default playing styles work best with the 4-4-2. Now, what I mean by that, just to give you a bit of a better understanding of what I'm saying here, is on our formation screen we've got a 4-4-2, the default 4-4-2 formation, and then over here we have our tactical style. So I'm going to be doing a half a season of each of these default tactical styles, and we're going to see what the results are. Now, to take the human factor out of it, I'm not going to be actually playing the games. I'm not going to be doing the team talks or anything like that. I'm just going to let the game simulate for half a season, and I'll be showing some highlights. I'll be showing some areas which are interesting to look at, but I'm not going to get involved in a lot of the aspects of the game. This is a hands-off type of let's just see what happens with the default tactical styles that SI gives us. Now, our manager that I have made up myself, his name is James Howard, and he is a pro player with a regional reputation and a Continental A license to begin with. He is English, and I've given him a second nationality. I don't really remember what it is. Oh yeah, he's Barbadian. Why? Well, why not? What's the difference? might have something to say, I'm not too sure. And we are playing with Ipswich Town. Again, why? Not much of a reason, to be honest with you. I picked him out of a hat, so we'll have to see how this works with Ipswich Town. A little thing before we begin here is that I realize that there are so many factors at play, so many variables that come into play with Football Manager. There is no way to control for all of those things. There are differences in duties, differences in roles, differences in teams that have injuries, teams that don't get a lot of injuries, changes in fixtures, training schedules, coaches, traits, the ability of coaches, the ability of managers. There are so many things to control for that it's absolutely impossible to say 100% certainly that you can replicate these results all the time. However, we're going to be kind of just getting a general view of what this means. Okay, so I am going to set us up really quickly, and then I'm going to put on some highlights throughout the season, and we'll come to a conclusion and an analysis later on in this video. Okay, so we've just finished our first game against Maccabi Netanya, who I think is an Israeli team. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't see it in the background. But we got 3 clear-cut chances, 7 shots on target out of 17. We definitely had most possession. We had more set plays as well, or set pieces as well. So you got to be happy about that. Let's take a look at our goal. Yeah, I believe this is coming from a cross. Yeah, there you are. It's to Keane's head. Quite a nice goal. Not a bad result for our first shot here. We will see what happens in the future. All right, in our second game against Maccabi Haifa, we ended up with pretty much equal shots. They had one more shot on target. We didn't have any clear-cut chances, and we lost the game 2-1. But we did control possession, which is what this playing style purports to do. We did have a better average rating as well, so maybe we played a bit better, but we're just a bit unlucky. We'll have to see as this continues on. All right, well, we've just had a pretty big game here that we unfortunately couldn't get a result out of. In the 84th minute, Schalke scored against us after we tied 1-1 most of the game. However, I can't say it's a horrible result. Schalke is a very good team. And to look at the schedule, I actually didn't see that we had a friendly before Maccabi Netanya, which was against Olympique Lyonnais. Good team. We won that friendly 2-0. And after Schalke, we had our first Sky Bet game, 1-1 against Burton. one would have hoped for a win there, however, not too bad. Our possession is 63%. We are getting shots off. Half of them are getting on target. Again, this is a possession playing style, so it is doing what it is intended to do, and that is keep possession. Okay, quick update before we go on with the matches. Unfortunately, here is something that might affect our results going forward. We have had a spate of injuries. That happens in a season, maybe a bit unlucky, but it's something to consider as we move forward. I think we have 16 injured players and 40 at increased risk of injury. It's not fantastic. We're going to have to see how this plays out. Okay, despite our injury crisis, this playing style seems to have turned around and is working a little bit better for Ipswich Town, because since we last took up the game and started showing the results, we've won every game. So for the past 2 weeks, we've got a 1-0 result against Sunderland. On penalties, we go further in the Carabao Cup. Peterborough was a win for us, 1-0 away, and then 3-1 against AFC Wimbledon. So positive results, encouraging absolutely. Let's take a look at some highlights of those prior games. We've been moving the ball well around the pitch. We pick it back up. One of our forwards Jackson takes a fantastic shot from just inside the box and helps us out there. Fantastic goal. We have gained possession in the back, playing it up the wing. A beautiful cross to Keane, who puts it in the back of the net despite being injured. Fantastic goal. We've got a set piece. Wolfenden puts it in the back of the net with the head. We are up. 3-1 is the final result for Ipswich versus AFC Wimbledon. We are going to sim our way up a few weeks and see what happens with Ipswich Town. Hopefully they can keep up this string of positive results despite the fact that there are a lot of injuries in the team right now. Let's see how well this control possession 4-4-2 tactic works. Okay, since we last saw Ipswich Town, we have played 7 games and we have had only 3 wins. So we clearly have had a bit of a drawback in our performance with the control possession play style. Does that mean it's not a worthy play style? That's going to be up to you to decide. It's going to depend on what your mentality is in terms of what you want to do. But to look at this team here, we had a 3-0 victory over Bolton, a 3-0 victory over Shrewsbury. We lost out on the Carabao Cup against Crystal Palace. Possibly understandable that. The leasing.com trophy, we are also out of it because of Colchester. Perhaps not the best result. And we had a league loss against Rochdale. And MK Dons, we had a draw against. Varied results. I can't say you'd be extremely excited about these results, but varied results. We are, however, in first place in the Sky Bet League 1. Let's take a look at some highlights from the past 2 weeks. Our first highlight is a pass from Garbott into the center. Falls to Jackson in the end, and Jackson is able to put it away. Our second highlight is Garbott himself, who gave the last assist. He scores off his head. Nicely done into the corner. Looking at a highlight now from Luke Chambers scoring off of his head into the corner from a set piece. He would go on to score again in the 54th minute in our victory 3-0 against Shrewsbury. Now looking at Caden Jackson's 90th minute, or should I say 94th minute goal against Doncaster, lovely put into the back of the net from distance. So after a few choppy results for Ipswich Town, we are going to fast forward into the season and see if this control possession tactic will hold up further.
Okay, so let's take a look at what happened to Ipswich in the past couple of months. As you can see, we had a run of wins in late September and early October. It was a bit choppy, a few losses after that, and then a kind of up and down bob right until the end of November. Let's look at the competitions and see where we ended up halfway through the season. In the league, we were in second place. We were expected to win promotion, and we are on track to do so. We haven't dropped below fifth place. I'd say that's pretty good, on par. In the FA Cup, we are expected to reach the third round. We are in the second round and still in it. The Carabao Cup, we were knocked out by Crystal Palace in the second round, but that was within the expectations for our team. For the leasing.com trophy, not important for the board how well we do there, however, we are still in it. So let's take a look at the results for our 4-4-2 control possession playstyle. We played 28 matches, including friendlies. That gave us 15 wins, 4 draws, and 10 losses, for a win percentage of 51.7%, and a draw or better percentage of 65.5%. We were league leaders in a couple of key areas. First and foremost, possession. Unsurprisingly, we had 72%. We were first in goals with 28 in 18 league games, first in chances created with 44, first in pass completion ratio, and we also had most dribbles per game. So what can we conclude? Well, this is a balanced mentality, but for a balanced mentality, it creates quite a lot of chances. It provides very good possession, which is probably unsurprising, again, because it's a controlled possession play style. But it's not very defensively impressive, or by that I mean there wasn't any defensive stat that stuck out. However, it does get the job done for teams with good passing, which seems to make sense for a possession-oriented playstyle. So overall, my rating for the 4-4-2 with control possession playstyle is a solid 7 out of 10. I want to thank you so much for watching this playstyle review. Please stay tuned, like and subscribe for the next playstyle review, which hopefully will be coming up pretty soon. I've enjoyed doing this. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Until I am able to upload some new content, take care of yourselves. Goodbye for now.